So we will start with the bell. And we will start from the ground up. So lying comfortably on the ground, on your back. Let's see how that feels. Whether you're inside or outside, just feeling the body on the ground. Letting there's space between the feet, so the heels of the feet, the space between the arms and the body. The palms can face the ceiling or the sky. Close your eyes, feel your body, feel your back of your body, the whole of the back of the body, and all the points that are touching the ground, the back of the head, the back of the shoulders, other parts of the back, maybe the lower back or the base of the spine, the buttocks, backs of the hands, the elbows, the arms, the calves, the heels, all the parts that are touching, making contact with the earth, with the ground. Let's take a deep breath in through the nostrils and sigh out through the mouth. So let ourselves arrive. Yeah, and close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you, just to really feel into this body as it is today in this moment, noticing all those little judgments, all those little kind of comments that we get, this little kind of constant dialogue, this constant commentary. Sometimes it's so embedded we hardly notice it, although we do notice the impact on the things it says to us. So we'll just watch that and know that that's not where we are. We're here on the ground, here, now, together. Just feel your breath moving in your body, feel your belly rising and falling with that breath. Let the breath be in the nostrils now, and just notice the movement of the body, the movement of the breath, and notice how you're not having to do anything. It's just happening. It's just happening. The body is being breathed, if you like. Noticed almost immediately, we've only been here a few seconds. What's the impact of just being still, quiet, and paying attention to your body, physical body, your energy, which could be anywhere. It could be very high energy, low energy. It could be very mixed up. Some parts of the body feeling energized, other parts feeling sluggish or numb. Really pay attention and be interested and curious in this body, in this energy, in this beingness. Notice also how you're feeling. What is your mood? What is your emotional state? And notice that. Maybe just really clock it. How is it right now? How do I feel right now? So you can notice how it shifts and changes. You can watch those weather patterns, if you like. Let's give ourselves a full extension. Bring the legs together, bring the arms above the head, point the toes, extend the arms above the head. Breathe into the whole body. Really extend and expand. Breathe into the body and extend, expand. Let's take hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Push the left heel away on the ground, drawing the toes up towards you. So we're going to focus on the left side of the body. Breathe into the left side of the body fully. And on the exhale, also through the nostrils, push the heel away. Maybe tighten the left buttock slightly and just pulling that left arm up and away, up above the head, expanding and opening up that shoulder. Let the head roll over to the right and rest on the right arm there. Keep focusing on that breath and noticing the impact of your breath and your focus. How the breath if you let the breath will do a lot of work. There's less pushing and pulling involved. Breathing in. Feel the body with air one more time and then release that arm. Relax the leg. Let the arm just flop onto the floor and see, how does that feel? Notice the impact on your body. Now take hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Push the right heel away. Relax the left leg now. Maybe give that a little wiggle just to remind it not to join in, just to relax now. Breathe into the right side, particularly the right waist between the ribs and the hips. And as you breathe out, push the heel away and pull the arm up above the head. Maybe the arm's coming over the body. Maybe let the head roll over to rest onto the left upper arm. And breathe, breathe. Breath coming in and breath going out. Just enjoy your breath. Breath coming in and breath going out. One more breath in. Expanding in the right side and releasing and letting go of the right wrist and letting the arm just flop comfortably onto the ground easily. And just give that right leg a little wiggle just to remind it to relax now. Now as you breathe in, feel the chest expand, feel the belly expand. And as you breathe out, feel the arms coming up over the head. Breathing out through the nostrils and landing either side of the body at the end of the out breath. The in breath begins. So we're going to connect the body, the breath, and your attention, your focus of attention. So the mind is really keeping occupied with this. And the job here for your attention and for your mind is to keep the movement and the breath coordinated. And actually the breath is in charge, the breath is leading this. But we're trying to keep that breath smooth, even and steady. And the arms are just following that. They're just following, following, following. And it feels hopefully effortless. Imagine your arms are being lifted by the fingertips. They're being lifted up into the air. At the end of the inhale, the arms just rest on the ground above the head. And then the exhale begins through the nostrils. Slow and steady movement, slow and steady breath. We'll do one more of these. So let's see if we can make it as smooth, slow and steady as possible. And with this also notice, particularly if your mind needs an extra bit of focus, notice the end of the in-breath when the arms reach the ground. Notice that little pause, that little suspension, little expansion in the chest there and in the front of the body, and then the out-breath comes in. It's a little moment in between. It's a beautiful little moment of pause, of this suspended moment where nothing's happening, neither in-breath or out-breath. Bend the knees and hug the knees now. Rock side to side first of all, just to wake up and feel and remind your lower back that don't worry, we're taking care of it here, giving it some attention in the back of the body. And then we're going to do some circles. So put the hands on top of the knees, breathing in, take the knees away, breathing out, bring the knees into the body. We'll make a big circle, as big as you can whilst holding on to those knees. Breathing in and breathing out. Stay coordinated with your breath. This will provide an anchor for you, the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And let's rotate in a different direction. So do the same thing. But this time, if you want to, you can let go of the hands. See how that feels just doing that. Using power of the abdominals, working the back. The hips also work a bit there. So just try that out, see if that feels okay for you. Still breathing in as you take the knees away, still breathing out as you draw the knees in. Good. And just enjoy, give the knees another little squeeze. Extend the legs up to the ceiling, extend the arms up to the ceiling. Let's push the heels away. And then we'll just rotate the ankles and wrists all at the same time. Just waking up, warming up these joints. Maybe they haven't been moved for a while. Maybe they've forgotten they move like this. It's bringing warmth and energy into these areas. Energizing the legs a little bit. Now hug the knees once more. Place the soles of the feet on the ground. Bring the heels close to the buttocks. Feet to hips width apart and parallel. So try and get a feeling of that. I know we can't see them. And the knees, there's space between them. Palms flat down on the floor, either side of the body. Stretch the fingertips down to the bottom of the mat. Keep the chin tucked in, tight to the chest. Let's lift. So feel that feeling of, as you breathe in, relax the belly. And as you breathe out, just kind of tilting the pelvis. So you'll feel the back lift off the ground on the inhale, and you'll feel the back push into the ground and drawing up the pelvis on the exhale. We'll just rock back and forth a few times, just to get this kind of motor, if you like, This whole area, the lower back, the abdominals, the pelvic floor, all working together harmoniously, and with the breath supporting this. So drawing up that pelvic floor as well, breathing in and out. So as you breathe in, you're going to lift the pelvis off the floor now, lift the hips, lift the whole of the body, push into the back of the hands. And as you breathe out, you're going to roll down the spine from the top, down through that back to the base of the spine reaches the ground. Rocking up again, moving with your breath. Keep that chin tucked in, the knees move away from you, and the chest comes towards your chin, and you're breathing out, rolling down. So moving in time with your breath. You feel the thighs have to work quite hard to keep level. Try not to make sure that the thighs stay level with each other and they're not splaying out or coming together. So there's a lot happening in this. It seems very simple, slow. But actually, when we really engage our bodies, there's a whole lot happening. Of course, as always, some of you might prefer on the inhale to lift the arms up. You can try that now if you want to. And on the exhale, trying to match the movement of the arms to the back rolling down so that when the lower back reaches the ground, the hands reach the ground. That's going to keep your mind very occupied. Breathing in, open the whole front of the body and breathing out. I think when you're moving the arms, sometimes it's probably more difficult or challenging to keep those thighs really parallel. Just to really use and engage the thighs, front of the thighs particularly, to keep that stability. This is what we're looking for. Okay, moving and breathing. And coming down for the last time now. Once again, let's just hug the knees. And we'll take the hands behind the knees now and rock along the length of the spine. Let's just rock along the length a few times. Breathing in and out all the time, not holding any breath. Enjoying the movement. Getting the back really involved. And then rocking up to seated or coming whichever way feels best for you to seated. We'll just do a couple of things on the ground. So open the legs as wide as you comfortably can. Don't overdo it. So we want to be careful with these delicate inner thighs and not to overdo that. You can always sit on a cushion. Some of you might want to just lift yourself up to sit comfortably on your sitting bones. And let's just stir the porridge. So you can either have the hands on the knees or you can have the hands out in front. So as if you were, or actually there's another way is just having the fingers interlinked. So you're almost holding a big spoon if you like. This is the big porridge pot here. So I'll show you. First of all, most important thing is really lifting up and lengthening up through the spine. Imagine you're sitting against a wall there and the head staying on top of the body, not projected forward. So keep that chin tucked in. As you breathe out, you're leaning forwards. And as you breathe in, you come around to the right and back, and then you're coming forward. So this is a really great. With the legs wide, it's a slightly different impact. If you're holding the hands forward, sometimes that feels nice if you want to do this. This is one I love to do in partner yoga. So if we're all in the room and we're allowed to do connecting physically, then I'll be getting you to hold each other's hands and moving with each other, which is really nice actually. It does really, you learn a lot from partner yoga, moving together with another body. Leaning back, so that's harder if you're doing this movement with me. It's harder to lean back, it kind of feels a little bit more precarious, whereas if you're holding on, it's easier to lean back. But try and keep lifting the chest all the time. And let's just come back to stillness again. Did quite a lot that way, breathing in. And again, breathing out, leaning forward to the straight back and coming around to the left this time. I find this little practice so useful, so relieving of tension, and just getting that energy stirred up, stirring up what's going on. You might starting to feel already a shift in your energy or shift in your feelings or changes happening in your body. Paying attention to that. Breathing in as you lean back, breathing out as you come forward. So you're going to lean a bit further forwards and then come back to the center again. Let's just bend the knees now and hug the knees up to the body and just let the back relax and let your face fall onto your knees. Just release there. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Release. Release the back of the neck. It's going to really enjoy that. Good. So briefly now we're going to come onto the side, and we're going to just come into a quick little movement here. Get the opposites connected up. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, space between the knees. So let's breathe in, lift the right arm and left leg, and out breath, bring the hand and the knee down. Breathing in, lift the left arm and right leg, and coming down. So just changing, breathing in, extending. Try and get that extension from the toe to the fingertip. Look forwards as you breathe in, breathing out, bring the hand and the knee down. Try and really find that lovely moment when you shift the weight from one hand to the other and one knee to the other. See if you can really make that your awareness. Really notice what's happening in that shift. And you'll feel that in your abdominals probably. The abdominals will support that shift in weight. Just notice what happens in your body. In breath, out breath. Paying attention to the movement of the body and the breath. Feeling how your energy is being shifted. One more each side. Breathing in. Extend. Breathing out. Release. Breathing in one more time. Left hand, right leg, or whichever you are on. And then we'll just sit back into the heels for a moment. Send the bottom back. Extend the arms forward. Bring them forward to the ground. Breathe into the back body. Feel the ribs expand as you breathe in. As you breathe out, just let it all go. Feel that stretch on the back of the arms, the back of the shoulders. Feel the openness coming between the shoulder blades. Feel your wings, where your wings might be, where they would be expanding now. Enjoy that feeling. Release. Expanding between the ribs, the intercostal muscles getting a bit of a inner relaxation and inner massage from your breath. So we're going to come up into a downward dog now. So just check your hand, look at the hands, wiggle the fingers, spread the fingers wide and ground the whole palm of the hand down. Coming up on the inhale to hands and knees. Tuck the toes under, breathing out. Lift the knees off the ground, push back through the body, push back through the hands. Lift the buttocks high in the air, but keep a slight awareness. So one of my yoga teachers, I love this phrase, proud buttocks, but with a skirt of modesty. I've said that before, but I really love it. And it's just so remembered. And it reminds me to use this part of the buttock there. And also thinking about using the front of the thighs. This isn't often noted. So we're not pushing those knees back. The knees are engaged. And the thighs are really involved. And the tummy's tucked in. It's like, there's a thing called the bandha, but how I can describe it is you're really almost sucking the stomach up into the body. Push back through the hands. Look back towards the feet. Breathe. If you want to, you can always do a little bit of walking the dog. So you just bend the right knee, push the left heel down, bend the left knee, put the right heel down. Think about lengthening through the spine. Good. Now you're going to walk the hands towards the feet, or the feet towards the hand, whichever feels better to you. Bend the knees, and let's just hang in this ragdoll. Let the head hang, breathing into the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Release. Again, breathe into the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Give your body what it really needs. Just some release of tension. Take your attention to the back of the, or base of the spine, and really take it to that area. What's it feel like there? What's it feel like when I start to feel a lift? It's almost like that lift is just happening. When you do something a few times, it's almost like the body just remembers and it just starts to do it. And it's less effort as you start to unfurl and uncurl and come up to standing in a beautiful, easy way where your legs are doing all the work and your body is just unraveling up to standing. Okay. Lift the shoulders up, breathe in and out through the mouth. Good. And again, breathe in, lift the shoulders up and out through the mouth. Let's try that one more time, breathing in and out through the mouth. Good. Let's just roll the shoulders back a few times, lifting and opening. And as this happens, start to notice that the elbows are starting to lift up as well. We're moving really carefully. really mindfully. And then the arms start lifting up and the hands start lifting up. Let the knees bend a little bit with that. So as the hands come down, let the knees bend. So you feel the legs and you feel the whole body joining in until you're looking up and the fingertips are going up to the ceiling and you're opening up this body, breathing in, breathing out. You can feel the feet connected with the ground. Let's just change that a little bit now. Let's just swing the arms a little bit just to free up the shoulders a bit more. Good. Now we're going to go the other way. So we just take the shoulders forwards first of all. Again, just bend the knees as the shoulders go down and start to lift the elbows. So we're moving really in tune with the body. We're not pushing the body around. We're moving in tune. We're listening, constantly listening. How does it feel? Lifting the arms up. And actually, we're not even lifting the arms up. There's a sense of the fingertips lifting up. Lift from the fingertips and see how that feels different. I learned that from a really great Alexander technique teacher. So it's really stayed with me. And it just the sense of lightness that comes into the body when we, just change our focus. And then we just, everything just relax a little bit. Give the shoulders a little shake. And then we're just going to take the feet a bit further apart for the twist. So bending the knees as the body faces forward. So just get that feeling of bending and then twist behind and maybe push up onto the toe as you turn behind. So let's get that lovely, very flowing movement. Feel the body is in flow, but feel that the center, your spine is really upright and holding your center whilst everything is moving around. This is a good little metaphor here. Everything is just moving. It's kind of just loose and free. And then this is center that's very stable, not rigid. It's stable and upright and energized. Just take a few more of these. So really feel into that feeling of your center. Let the arms just swing slowly to a stop. And then we're going to just come into that half breath. So feet hips width apart, breathing in, lift the arms up, look up and let it all go. Good. The arms swing with that. Breathing in, lift the arms up and breathing out. One big, quick. It's very strong. Very good for lungs as well, that kind of just blowing out quickly. Good for your mental well-being, all that stuff that might be kind of a bit spaghettified in your brain. It's being released. Let it go. Make some space for fresh new energy. One more time. Good, yeah. Needed that. Okay. Let's just get the lower body a bit more energized by bringing the heel to the backside, picking yourself in the backside, making the legs move quite quickly if you can. So getting them a bit livelier. Lively up the legs. And then we'll lift them quite high. Lift the knees if the knees want to come up right up to the chest. And breathe all the time, thinking about the chest being open, thinking about the chest being elevated, long in the body. Good. And even smiling if you feel, if you're feeling good, smile, why not? And let the legs come out to the side now. Open up the sides of the hips. Oh yeah, that feels good. Waking up the hips. And also just shifting, that shift of balance from one to the other, which you have to kind of pay attention a little bit here. And then we'll open up the hips a little bit by breathing in, lift the knee up, open out to the side, and the other knee. So we're just opening, lifting and opening. See if you can lift that really high, make a big circle with your knee if you like. And breathing in and out through the nostrils, don't hold your breath. Good. One more either side. Good. Okay, we're going to come into some standing postures now. So we'll stand at the front of the mat. Triangle. Let's start with Trikonasana. So feet, just check them, lift the toes, place them down. Lift the heels, place them down. Feel the ground with your feet. Feel the mat there. We'll weight onto the left foot and we'll step back with the right. Good. So find your feet, find the levelness, equal weight between the feet. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Lift the chest, lengthen the body, breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the palms, open the chest. As you breathe out, reaching over to your left and down. Make contact with that lower part of the leg with the hand and reach up away from it with the right hand. Strengthen the legs, and that is the opposite to locking the knees. So soften the knees and feel the feet on the ground, feel the strength in the thighs. Feel that right hip really strong and holding this position. And drop the right shoulder back. Look up at the right fingertips. Breathe into this. Fill the body with air. Feel that energy, the energizing quality of the breath. Good. Now use the inhale to come up, maybe bend into the left knee, make it soft, and breathing out, lower the arms down. Good. Bend into the right knee, bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Shift the weight onto the right foot, step back with the left. Just get the feet square, or at a right angle if you like. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the palms, open the chest wide. Breathing out, reaching over to your right and down. Make contact with your leg, front or back of hand, and then reaching up away from that hand, pushing in away as well. The fingertips go to the ceiling and turn your, not just your eyes and your head, but also your body. Because also, if you're turning your head without turning the body, there's a lot more pressure on the neck. Whereas if you can get that little twist happening, so it's starting really at the waist and then your chest is opening towards the ceiling. Let that left shoulder drop back. Strong legs, unlock the knees. Breathe deeply, fill the body with air. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, of course. Now use the inhale to come up, maybe bend into the right knee, come up. Lower the arms on the exhale, bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Just notice how that feels now. The shift of energy, where are you feeling that? Put the weight on the left foot, we're going to step back for peaceful warrior. So big step for warrior. Again, we're going to get lots of stretch in the side here. Now don't forget the position of the feet here. So that right foot is slightly pointing forward, not at a right angle. But the hips are square to the long edge of the mat. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest, fingertip to fingertip. As you breathe out now, bending into that left knee, just keep a little eye on it so it's not collapsing inwards and making sure it's going in the same direction as the toes. And at the same time, you're pushing back into that back leg. So really strong, lift the chest, strong belly, pointing the base of the spine down. So this is very strong and very involved, this whole area here. It's like your powerhouse here. And extending all the time with the fingertips. It just makes the arms feel really lively, really alive, looking down that left arm. Now we're going to breathe in here and then breathing out, reaching back with that right hand and down. Good. Resting onto that back leg, it's really strong. Don't let the front knee collapse. The left arm is right up in the sky, but then turn the palm and it faces to the back of the mat, reaching over the body. Looking up at the sky or the ceiling on the inside of that arm, keep that front knee deeply bent if you can. So the feet is almost a feeling of evenness even now between the feet. Breathe. Use the inhale to come back up. Breathing out, sink into the posture. Breathing in, come up. Breathing out, lower the arms down. Bend into the right knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. That felt like a big step then. Good, weight onto the right foot. Big step back with the left. Make that a very big step or even a couple of steps. Just shuffle your feet to get them in a good position. Weight evenly between the feet. Lift the chest. Point the tailbone down. Strong body. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Lift the chest, long in the body. Keep that length as you bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in. Open the chest. Breathing out, bending into those right knee. And at the same time, pushing into that back foot. Strong. The outside of that thigh is super strong. It's like the whole of the outside of the thigh is pushing into the ground there. Keep the shoulders down, keep the chest lifted. Strong belly. Good. Now we're going to come into peaceful warrior. Breathe in. As you breathe out, reach back with that left hand as far as you can, then down. As the left hand goes down, the right arm goes up into the air, up into the sky, and then we turn the palm and reach over the body. Really keep reaching and keep that right knee, that front knee bent as much as you can. Breathe. Enjoy that release. The openness. When we open the body up, energy can move. Breath. Breathe deeply. Use the in-breath to come back to warrior two. And the out-breath to sink into it just for a second. Use the in-breath to come up. Straighten the legs. Breathing out, lower the arms down. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Take a moment just to see how that feels now. We'll come into a squat here. So get a good position for your feet. You can always change the position once you're down. Come down into a squat. Make sure you pad up underneath the heels if they're lifted. Otherwise, just let the body, if you can get the body between the knees, that's really good. And let your body just hang forwards. You can put some weight into the forearms of the hands, but let the head go. Most importantly, wherever you're at, you know, even if you're not able to get the body between the knees yet, you know, so say yet, let the head just fall. Back of the neck just get some release then. And just to increase that release and just to remind the body to release, we do some out breaths. So breathe in through the nostrils and out breath through the mouth. Just notice the difference. The out breath through the mouth is a releasing tension, really letting go and softening in the body. And most of the rest of the time in our practice, we're keeping the breath in and out through the nostrils to maintain the energy, to keep the energy moving within. But now and again, we have to release. Good. So we're going to come into our little twists here. So again, bring the left hand into the middle. Breathing in and lifting. Again, the fingertips are lifting. Feel the movement is coming from the fingertips. As you breathe in, they're lifting up as high as you can into the sky, up to the ceiling. And then we'll rotate that wrist as if it's rotating and taking the arm up even longer. It's like a vine, you know, when they see those vines creeping. Imagine your arm is like a vine creeping up, up, up. And then we'll rotate it back down, watching that hand as it comes back down and retreats back down to the ground. Good. As you breathe in, lifting that left arm up, the fingertips lift. And rotate it in whatever direction feels like it's going up. Rotating that wrist, watching it with your eyes. Just enjoying your body, being interested and curious in that. Like a vine creeping up. And then we're rotating the other direction and gradually it's unwinding and gradually feel like it's going to come down to the ground. Good. Come into ragdoll briefly. So you just push into the hands. Hang the body. Knees are bent. Don't forget, knees are bent. Just feel how your weight is in your feet. Notice if it's back in the heels or in the front. See if you can even that out. Take a nice deep breath into the nostrils and sigh out through the mouth. And then start that lift again from the base of the spine. Try and keep the knees bent. See if you can keep the knees bent the whole time, even if it's only a tiny bit. But leave the arms floppy, leave the head heavy. The final things as you come to standing will be your shoulders, neck, head lifts up. This lovely feeling of the feet sinking into the ground, the crown of the head lifting up, shoulders sinking down. Body is alive and lively. Okay, let's come back to another standing posture. We're going to come into a side flank stretch. So similar to that warrior, starting similar to warrior two. Put the weight onto the left foot and step back, a big step with the right foot. Get your feet evenly weighted, the hips level with the long edge of the mat. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest. Breathing out, bending into that left knee, at the same time pushing into that back heel. So the arms are extended away, the feet are extending away, the chest is extending upwards, and the base of the spine, the groin is going down. So everything is extending away. Also the crown of the head is lifting up. Now we're going to go into this side flank. So we just rest the forearm just lightly onto the thigh, and the right hand starts to, or the fingers start to move towards the ground in this arc. And then the inhale, the arm comes up in this beautiful long line from the fingertips to the edge of that back foot, the right foot. Think about that lovely long line. We're trying to make it as long as possible. You will feel this in the front of that right hip a lot, hopefully. But you can also just check and make sure the arm isn't flopping forwards by just looking up at the ceiling if that feels okay for your balance. Good. Now to come out of this, we need to actually really make sure we bend more into that left knee. And on the in-breath, lift the arms up, straighten the legs up. Out-breath, lower the arms down. We need that extra bit of bend just to help ourselves up. Now bend the right knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Good. Take a moment here to adjust and shift the weight onto the right foot. Send that left foot back a big step. Get the weight even between the feet. Lift the arms up to the sky. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest. Breathing out, these 2 points moving away from each other in space. That right knee going forwards, hovering above the knee. Left heel pushing into the ground, making sure you can see the big toe on the inside of that knee. Otherwise, adjust the position of the toes so that the knee and the toes are in the same alignment. That's the important thing. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, just slowly let that right forearm rest gently without flopping the left shoulder forward, to keep that left shoulder back. So the left fingers come down towards the floor, and then they come up in an arc as you inhale, lifting up. So in a lovely long diagonal, from the fingertips to the base or the back of the left foot. Lovely long line, looking up at the ceiling or the sky on the inside of that arm. Breathe. Really push the left foot into the ground, make it a really strong line. Now we're going to come out of this because this is a strong posture, so we don't need it too long. We need to bend the right knee, and as you in-breath, sweep the arms up, and then bring the arms down on the exhale. Bend into the left knee to bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Good. Okay. Let's just take a moment here to stand. I'm going to come up and down, just have a little interlude here, breathing and moving and just seeing how we are. So lift the toes, place them down. Lift the heels, place them down. Feet to hips width apart. Just look at the feet. Be aware of your feet, aware of the ground. Soften the knees. Bring the hands to the chest. Lift the chest towards the hands, shoulders back. So we've got this lovely openness in the front of the shoulder. This is a very key area to focus on to combat a lot of the sitting at a desk on a laptop, which really, rounds the shoulders. So we have to combat that all the time. And it might feel uncomfortable because it starts to get familiar, so that feels comfortable. Okay, we're going to slowly drop the hands down. Breathing in, lift the arms up, bring the hands together, turn the hands, and the hands come down. I'm going to make this even more pronounced by lifting the heels off the ground as you lift the fingertips to the ceiling or the sky. And as you breathe out, the palms are turned. The palms are coming down to the earth. Your heels are coming down to the earth. You're feeling that you're coming down to the earth, that sense of embodiedness. And then we lift up, and that sense of elevated, open, just a different vibration. We're kind of in a, whatever you want to call it, that kind of higher self, that light, free self. And then we come back down to being this little human, back down to the earth, back down to our foundations, and the inspiration, the spiritual, whatever you want to call that, the soul, the imagination, all this kind of, the unseen parts, the bigger self, the expanded beyond this body, breathing in, and as you breathe out, coming back into this physical being. And let the heels land, feel that sense of landedness, lift the toes, place them down. Okay, we're going to come into our balance now, once we've got the balance. So we're going to do tree balance today. I always think it's just a lovely, simple, but demanding balance a lot of the time. Really requires a lot of focus and concentration. So first of all, find a point for your eyes to focus on, in front of you maybe, on a wall or on the ground. Really spread the toes out of the left foot. And get used to standing on that foot. Notice the wobbles. It's good. The wobbles is good. The wobbles are the body learning something. learning balance. And as you lift that right foot, you can place that on the ankle. Don't forget to get that knee out to the side, or the calf, or high on the inside thigh. If you're on the inside thigh, don't forget to push very firmly and push firmly back with the thigh. That's the key part. Otherwise you can find you're pushing yourself out of line. So we bring ourselves to this center line. And with that, we lift the arms up, lift the chest up, bring the hands together, and then we bring the hands together into the prayer position in front of the body. And again, the chest is moving towards those hands. The heart is wanting to open up to this Anjali Mudra. This is, yeah, it's a lovely name, Anjali, the angels. So we take that right knee out to the side, belly is strong, the base of the spine wants to point down. Everything is moving away from the center. Lift the back of the neck, the chin is slightly tucked in. Feel yourself getting tall, like a tree growing upwards, but also going down. From the sole of the foot, the roots are going down, pressing the palms together evenly. And feel that connection between the palms of your hands and your abdominals. There is a connection there. Good. Breathe in and out through the nostrils. Notice how that feels. Good. So now we're going to drop the hands down. Lift the arms up. Just an extra bit of movement to see if test that balance. And then we're going to bring that knee up. Give it a little squeeze. And we see if we can let that knee float down. Good. Let's give the legs a little shake. Just to loosen them up. After standing on one, we spread the weight of the toes, or spread the toes. All the weight's going into that right foot now. Maybe standing knee might be bent to start with. Find a point for your eyes and also just keep your breath moving soft. Find where you want to put that foot, same as you did on the other side. Press firmly back. Breathing in, let's lift the arms up, bring them up to the ceiling or the sky and bring them into the heart center. Press these hands together, lift the chest towards the hands, let the shoulders drop back. Back of the neck is long and feel that crown of the head lifting up to the heavens. The knee is going out to the side, away from your center. Everything is moving away from the center. The sole of the foot, imagine those roots going down from the sole of the foot. Pressing evenly between the palms. That's a good point of focus actually, is to think, is that very even, both sides? Is there one that's kind of dominating that? Good. Pressing evenly together. And breathe. Feel the wobbles. Lift the toes. Try not to grip with those toes. Just notice what's happening. Good. So we're going to lift the arms up. And we're going to bring the hands down. And we're going to lift that left knee. Give it a good squeeze. Lift it high. And see if you can let it float down. Yeah. Really, last bit of focus and concentration and balance. And then we'll just give the legs a good shake. Okay. I feel like I'm going to put this in today because it feels like there's a bit more release we're needing. So we're going to put a goddess in here because I love it so much. So feet are wide apart, but they're not parallel. They're out at an angle there. And just checking that by bending the knees. Bring the hands together here again. I'm just going to move up and down a little bit. Seeing how that feels. And we're going to shift and burn up some energy that it's kind of tired and old that we don't need anymore. And this is a good way to do it. So we breathe in. And then on the out breath, we bring the arms down. We bring that groin right down, really strong thighs. Tongue out, eyes wide. That sound. Okay, ready. Are we ready to go for it? We'll do it a few times. Breathing in. Good. Fire up that engine. Breathing in. Good. And see if you can go really low on that. Make the knees nice and wide. Open those hips. Breathing in. Good. Yeah, it took me a while. I think my third one was definitely my best one. Give the legs a little shake again. We're going to just do a few little sun salutes, half sun salutes, just to keep that movement happening, and just to get the back nice and flexible and lively. So I'm going to stand here actually. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Bring the hands together above the head. Breathing out, turn the palms are coming down. The knees are bending, the chest is coming forward, the fingertips are touching the ground. Look at the ground. Breathing in, straighten the legs. Press against the, just below the knees so that your chest comes forward, you look forwards, and then you're breathing out, forward bend. Looking at the ground. Bend the knees a lot more now. So pushing up through the feet. On the inhale, you're lifting the arms up, you're looking up. And breathing out, the arms are coming down. So it's very involved, very focused. Breathing in all the way up. Breathing out, the arms coming down. Knees are bent, they're soft actually. And the chest is leading this movement down to the ground. Breathing in, straighten the legs, arms back, look forwards, take the shoulders back, proud chest, heart is going forwards. And breathing out, forward bend with straight legs. Bend the knees a lot now. And lift the eyes, lift the hands. And inhale to the skies, to the ceiling. Breathing out, the arms come down. Let's just do one more here. Breathing in and breathing out, the hands come down to the ground. Fingers, hips on the ground, knees are bent. Breathing in, straighten the legs, arms back. And breathing out, forward bend. Breathing in, bend the knees, then breathing in, lifting up, push up through the feet, lift the arms up, and then lower the arms down, slowly to the sides. Just see how that feels for a moment. Take a breath in, through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Just going to stand for a moment. In Tadasana, Anjali Tadasana. So we add the Anjali part, which is this part, to the Tadasana, the mountain. And so it's a mountain. Maybe it's an angelic mountain, maybe you can call it that. So just check your feet are parallel, hips width apart, lift the toes, place them down, lift the heels, place them down. Let's just take a moment to stand, feel how we feel at this moment. Soften the knees. Feel the kneecaps are lifting up, so your thighs having to work there. Pushing or pointing the tailbone down, strong belly. Lift the chest up away from the belly so this front really opens up. The shoulders, as you lift the chest, you feel the shoulders sink down. They don't need to be lifted up anymore. The back of the neck is nice and long. The chin is slightly tucked in so the back of the neck can be long. Crown of the head reaching up. Just pressing the hands together there gently. The elbows are coming away from the sides. All the time this is lifting, this part of the body is lifting. You feel this lovely feeling of engagement here in the front of the body, rather than this collapse, which can happen very easily. But counteracting that sense of collapse, we're challenging it. We're challenging it for our open-heartedness. Feet on the ground. Feel where the weight is in the feet. Close the eyes so you can feel into this posture a little more. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Feel everything is really engaged and lively, but not rigid. There's no pushing or forcing, but there's effort here. Kind effort. Everything is lively. And you feel these sense of polarities, sense of the opposites in ourselves. Between the palms of the hands, they're pressing together, and we create a balanced wholeness in these energies. Nothing that's not necessary. Everything is necessary. Everything can be encompassed and integrated. You just give it a acknowledgement and attention and some compassion there. Good. Let's just drop the hands down, see how that feels now. Any shifts or changes. And we're going to come down to the ground now. So we're going to come down in a slow squat. So just check your feet. Breathing in, lift the arms in front of you. Take the shoulders back. As you breathe out, the bottom's coming back. So straight away, you're using those abdominals to support the back. Straight back, arms going forwards. Really stretch those fingertips forward to support yourself. And when the bottom's down, then you can catch yourself when you need to. Extend the legs out in front of you. Bounce those knees up and down a little bit. Let's try this seated forward bend before we lie down. So we're going to take the legs together. Toes are going up towards the ceiling. Take a little bit of the fleshy part backwards. So there you go. Much better position now. So as you breathe in, you're going to lift the arms up. Look up at the back of the hands. As you breathe out, we're going to come into this forward bend. Reaching forward with the hands. Letting the arms land where they need to land. Don't worry too much about where you're getting to. You might be able to take hold of the toes. A good thing to do is take the first two fingers and hook them around the toes or around the sides of the feet if you can get there, but not, not at the cost of the posture. If we're kind of hunching, we've kind of lost it. I'd rather the chest is really open, the shoulders are back, you're staying engaged with your body. What's happening here? Breathing in and breathing out, paying attention, the power of attention. This is so connected with our energy as well. Our attention, where we place it, how we use it, what we choose to focus on, what needs our attention at any given moment. And also our attention is connected with gratitude as well. Gratitude is not a floppy kind of softy kind of woo-woo thing. It's powerful. It requires, the more we pay attention, the more gratitude will come very naturally. And we pay attention to everything. Good. Breathe. Extend the out breath. Release the tension. Now just lift the arms up, breathing in. And breathing out, lower the arms down. Take the hands behind you. I'm going to come up into this tabletop position, so put the feet on the ground, lifting up into the table, breathing in and out still, to see if you can counterpose what we've just done. So we've got a strong forward bend, so we do a little back bend now, and then lower down slowly. Extend the legs out, we're going to lie down now. You'll be glad to hear, extend the fingers towards the toes, we slowly lie down the body, slowly, slowly, keep breathing in and out the whole time. Keep breathing in and out, slowly lying down, slowly use that strength to control that movement and the breath to support that movement. And once you're down, let everything go. Put some space between the feet, let the arms flop out to the sides. Good. Breathe. In through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Breathe in. Sigh out through the mouth. So let's bend the right knee, hug it into the body. Just do a few things on the ground now, just to, again, just free up any last bits of tension that's been there. Right hand on the front of the knee, left hand on the lower part of the leg, maybe on the front of the ankle if you can reach there. Breathe in, take the knee away. Breathing out, pull the knee into the body, squeeze. Now extend that right leg up to the ceiling, take hold behind the thigh, push that right heel, really push it up to the ceiling and draw the toes as if the toes want to come towards you. Great for opening up the foot as well. And if you want to, if you feel that it's easy, you don't have to sort of struggle to reach the calf, then go for the calf. This is only if your leg is straight as well. Otherwise, the other way, if you're finding it too uncomfortable, the other volume control is bending that left knee and putting the foot on the ground. So without pushing or forcing, there's no pushing here in these arms. It's just guiding, letting the weight of the hands drop onto the leg here. Breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Bend the knee again. Let's do a strong twist. So we're going to take that. Now we're going to switch the hands. So the left hand comes onto the right knee. The right arm goes out to the side. You're going to look at that down that right arm, breathing in, and as you breathe out, the knee is going over the body, over to the left side of the body. So we're attempting to keep the right shoulder down, and we're attempting to get that the right knee to the left side. You can rest the hand on the outside of that thigh. You can give it a little bit of pressure, but not pushing. Good, and just feel that ease coming in to the hip, into the lower back, into the IT band, and it's outside of the thigh there. Often gets quite tight, particularly if you're doing a lot of running. Good. Breathe. Bring the head and knee to center, give that knee a little squeeze. And then place the sole of the foot on the ground, slide it away. We're going to do the other side, so lifting that left knee up now. Squeeze it into the body. Left hand on the front of the knee, right hand lower on the leg, breathe in. And as you breathe out, pull the knee into the body strongly. Breathing in, let the knee come away, make space for the air, and as you breathe out, really pull that in strongly, squeezing, as if you're squeezing the leg into the body. So we're giving that little squeeze there. Good. And now we're going to extend that leg up to the ceiling. So push the heel up to the sky, up to the ceiling, and draw the toes towards you. Take hold behind the left thigh. And again, if it's easy for you, you can go to different, whatever level feels good for you. And it's not really a level as in like higher or lower, it's just where you feel comfortable. You can take hold behind the calf if that feels like it's your edge of comfort there. Or if that feels too much, you can always bend that right knee and put the right foot on the floor. So whatever feels good for you, notice when you're starting to push and shove yourself around. And when you notice yourself doing that, just take a breath, relax it a little bit, and enter back into this position with a different sensation, a different sensibility. So I'm just watching my body move with the breath. There is effort there, but it's kind effort. And then we release and take the right hand onto the left knee, left hand out to the side. As you take that left hand out to the side, you can watch it with the eyes. Breathe in. As you breathe out, take the knee right over the body, right over to the right side of the body. Let the hand rest on the outside of that thigh. That knee is working its way down to the ground on the right side, and the left shoulder is working its way down to the ground on the left side. And most importantly, breathe. Notice how the body, really pay attention to the body, and you'll feel it just give and soften on that out breath. And you can experiment with this by seeing, oh, what happens when I really make that out breath long? Try it, see what happens. It's quite magical how much more the body will give if you just go beyond that point where you normally breathe out to and squeeze the breath out. It's like the body just goes, oh, thank you, that's what I needed. Empty, empty, empty. On the next in-breath, lift that knee slowly and carefully back up, and lift the head up again to center. Give the knee a little squeeze once more. Put the foot on the ground, slide the leg away. Give yourself a full extension on the ground, point the toes. Breathing in, point the toes, breathing out, push the heels away. Breathing in, point the toes. So just moving and just feeling this lovely revived and revitalized body. How does it feel now? What do you notice? I'm going to come into a short relaxation. We started a bit late, so I'm finishing a little bit late. I hope that's okay. Just find a comfortable position for your body. Let the feet be away from each other. Let the arms fall out to the side. Just lift the chest, place it down. Tuck the chin in slightly, or if some of you may need to put your head on a small cushion. The nose is pointing up to the ceiling or the sky. Close the eyes, soften the gaze. Take that gaze inwards. Take the gaze inwards. Whatever's going on around you, whatever noises, whatever. Especially as you're coming towards the end, your mind might already start to be sending out little tentacles. It might already be starting to think about what's next. It might already be starting to think about responsibilities, to-do lists, shopping lists, what's happening, issues, problems, all of that stuff. So, although we're going into relaxation, this is sometimes where the strongest determination and effort needs to come in. So just notice your body on the ground. Notice this is how we started. We're coming back full circle. And taking your focus inwards, kind of scanning the internal space for any little areas that might need your focus of attention. Maybe there's a little bit of numbness, a little bit of pain, a little bit of aching, or maybe there's some excitement or a high energy in certain parts of the body. So notice your feet, ankles and legs, knees, thighs, the hips. Notice the buttocks, the abdomen. Notice the upper body, the chest, the shoulders. Notice the arms and the elbows, and the wrists and the hands. Just noticing the whole body, and the neck, and the collarbone, and the head, and the face. Being aware of the whole body. Softening. And the breath is soft. Breath is taking care of itself, coming in and out through the nostrils. Easy. Easy and flowing. And if we can keep a bit of this easy flow, centeredness, balanced feeling, keeping this sense, this connection to this relaxed state as we go into our day. So we're coming out of the relaxation by moving and breathing, noticing how you feel, noticing the impact of your practice, of your efforts today. Really aware of that, saying, how did I feel now? How did I feel at the beginning? Comparing. Sometimes comparing is useful, not always. And just coming slowly, slowly, finding your way to seated. Very good. Okay. Okay. Moving. And you can unmute. Some of you, I need to unmute you. I don't know why. And we'll just rub the palms together. If you are ready, if you're not, you can do this on the ground, or if you've gone to sleep. Make some fire and heat. Enjoy the sunshine, whether it's you're out in it or it's coming in through the windows, and place that heat and energy over the heart center. Yeah, a bit of sun power, a bit of summer power. Let's give it to our heart. And bring to mind your intention, your sankalpa. Good. So say those words to yourself and take them deep into your heart. Give them a smile even. Good. Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice today.